How's it going, guys? It's your boy Stas here. Welcome back to another video. So it's been about a week, maybe even over a week since our last Sofi update because, well, your boy had a baby. We had a beautiful baby boy about a week ago, guys. And, well, that's been taking up a lot of my time, my wife's time. And, yeah, we're running on what, 2-3 hours of sleep a day. So we haven't had the chance to really make a Sofi update. And here we are. We're going to break down what's going on the charts. We'll cover the futures as the futures market is open, and it looks like it's a bit of a mixed bag right now. So we have a lot to cover, guys. Hit the like button. Make sure to subscribe. Join the Patreon for my portfolio updates, my private Discord. All of that is linked right down below. And with that being said, cheers. Let's dive into it. So, again, it's been about a week, maybe over a week since the last update, and Sofi at this point in time, ladies and gentlemen, is trading at $27 a share. It went down about 1.5% on Friday, and we are struggling at the 180 moving average on the 4-hour time frame, and kind of we're right above the 50 SMA, so we're kind of sandwiched between these moving averages, making lower highs, but at the same time, higher lows. You're noticing that right here, right? Higher low, or excuse me, lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high, but at the same time, again, higher low, higher low. So we're in this wedge on this time frame on Sofi, and at this point, heading into the new week, which, by the way, it's going to be another holiday short type of week, obviously, but heading into the week here, guys, we do see that we're at a point where if we do take 28 out, this could really start to go, back towards that 30 mark, $30.50, $32. We could start the breakout. But that's if, big if, we take $28 out. And it's pretty much the same story, right? I know I haven't made a video in about a week, but nothing really crazy has changed on these charts, man. We're still in the mid-high 20s, still kind of consolidating over the last week or two. We're just waiting patiently for the actual breakout. And again, that comes above 28, 29, $30. And another way you can look at it here, if I zoom in a bit, or maybe pop the 20-day chart up, you guys can see we have an inverse head and shoulders. Look at this. Left shoulder, head right here. Boom, you guys see it. And the right shoulder is right here. So we're noticing that. And again, it comes right back to $28. $29, $30. But really $28 in the short term. That needs to break. And if it does, again, that wedge plays out. We break out of the wedge on the 4-hour chart. And here on the 1-hour chart, this inverse head and shoulders would play out. All of that points to potentially Sofi going back to $30, $31 a share, and again, maybe higher. So the setup is beautiful. It is. It looks pretty good on the 1-hour chart, but we have to confirm the breakout on this time frame. And as of Friday, we just didn't get it. So it's interesting, man. It's going to take a little bit here, I think. It's been about a week, 2 weeks of consolidation, chopping around the mid-20s, high 20s. And I think once we get that direction, whether it's early January, maybe this week heading into the new year, I think momentum could pick up, and it could pick up quick. So that's a quick rundown on Sofi here as we're heading into the new week. And oh boy, guys, do I need some freaking water. Holy. Cheers. I appreciate you all for tuning in. And I'm freaking tired. Again, we just had a baby and it's taking a toll on your boy, on your boy's sleep here a little bit. Luckily, it's the holiday season and, we're not, look, I'm self-employed. I have my own business, but things obviously slow down during the holidays. The market slows down. I'm a trader, right? Market slows down, investors, well. So it's a slower time of the year, but it's still, it's tiring. You guys know how that goes for everybody that has kids. It's a blessing though. It's unbelievable. It's amazing. He's everything that we could have ever dreamed of. You know what I mean? So that's a quick rundown on Sofi, right? Now, let's go into the futures, which the metals are down a little bit. The gold futures are slightly down about 0.75%. And am I surprised? Not necessarily, considering how hot the metals got, especially silver. So we can see gold hit, what, 45.80. Now it's pulling down to about 45.20. So it's down $30 an ounce, 0.75%. And we can see it's drawing down a little bit. Still very much in a breakout and an uptrend. And silver, my goodness, guys, I made a video going over, how I might potentially buy puts on SLV, which, I mean, I'm probably not. It's very risky, but it's man, silver's been hot. We actually hit 82 an ounce today, literally an hour ago, no joke. So if I did buy the puts, it would have been ugly, if we stayed over 80, 82. But you guys can see now we're actually seeing a big drawdown on silver. Look at that. We hit 82 in the beginning of the future session, and then we saw a pullback to 75 an ounce. So we actually did get a 9% pullback on silver. Now it's rebounding a little bit to 77. So what we just got, that could have been the pullback, which is why, it would have been really risky for me to buy puts. Because look, what if we got the pullback overnight, and then by the time the market opened, silver was right back up. So if I bought puts on Friday, that would have not worked, But hey, we got the pullback right now. Something's telling me we're going to get a rebound by open. That's not guaranteed, but man, silver has been on fire. And when I made that video going over how I might short silver by puts on SLV, which is simply an ETF that tracks silver, I'm not saying that I'm going to hold these till silver goes down to 50 or something, 30 an ounce or whatever. I still think silver is going to do well. I just think it needs a pullback in the short term. And for Pete's sake, guys, look at this chart. I mean, come on. It's definitely going to pull back at some point. I don't know when, how much, but I think it's going to pull back, and I think it's going to happen in the short term here. So I didn't buy the puts Friday. A little risky, right, to do that, hold over the weekend. But I might reevaluate and see how that looks this week. So SLV is getting ridiculously overbought, and there's a lot of reasons, right? The industrial demand is surging, supply deficit, right? We have inflation, gold, silver, safe haven assets, metals in general have been going up, like, everything, you name it, it's gone up. So it's hot. The momentum's there. Miners are crushing it, the silver mining stocks, but I think we're going to be due for a pullback. And I don't know, maybe it goes up another 10% before we get the pullback. But I'm eyeing up the metals. Going to be a very interesting week to end off the year. And look, I mean, like I said, it's already starting to pull back a bit, but we'll see how it goes. So that's silver. Let's see the NASDAQ futures. They're up, what, 0.1%? Not much at all. Dow futures up the same. Less, actually. Not really much up at all there. We do have a cup and handle breakout potentially forming on the mini Dow futures. Keep your eyes on that. We have Bitcoin pushing 88.6 right now. Yeah, Bitcoin's up 0.75%. Nice consolidation over the last month and a half. It might not be so bold of a take, but I think Bitcoin is going to do well in the new year. We've had an insane divergence between, Bitcoin and the metals. If you look at the charts, it's insane. The metals have gone up. Bitcoin down. It's not what you would have thought, and I think that's going to change. Not saying the metals are going to crash, but I think ultimately money's going to start going back to crypto in the new year. Q1, Q2, there are a lot of crypto initiatives. The government's going to start pushing it. Trump, you guys know this administration loves crypto. I think we're going to get a big rebound. Rate cuts are coming. We're in the cycle of rate cuts. We're going to head deeper into it. I just think we're going to see this back over 100K. I just see it in the new year. I just see it. Not saying we're going to go right back in a straight line, but I just see us going back to 100K plus. Dare I say even higher than that. So yeah, I'm looking to buy Bitcoin. I mean, I buy it pretty much every week or two. I'm buying Bitcoin, or whenever I'm seeing a good opportunity, I'm buying it, right? And that's where I'm at there. It looks like the other futures, where we at? S&P up a little bit, so it's nothing's crazy going on. Nothing crazy is going on, man. Futures up a little bit. Metals selling off. I guess silver there, it's actually up now, but gold's down. And yeah, we're heading into the week. It's a holiday week. Remember, volumes are probably going to be lower, right? Not as crazy of moves in these markets, but it's definitely going to be a week worth watching. And we're going to make content, guys, so make sure to subscribe. Hit that like button. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And, of course, join the Patreon if you want to keep up with my portfolio updates. See what stocks I'm buying, how I'm rebalancing, how I run a portfolio with $1,000 a week. That's linked down below. And there's also a private Discord, all of that. So check it out. Again, link down below, pinned in the comments, or go to stocksarefast.com/Patreon. And with that being said, cheers. I'll see you all in the next video.